It's probably someone. Read Art is now live. Alan, you're. Hello, everyone. I'm not sure if you just.
That's not live.
No? Well, it said on here it was live.
You're now live.
Okay, we're live. Good morning, everyone. We just had a funny little experience here. So, if you were online and happened to see my husband, no shirt on, trying to set up this video for me, you probably would have got a laugh out of that because I don't know if it was live or it wasn't live. So, yeah. But it gave us a good laugh anyways. So, as you come on, please just say hi. Don't forget to give permission to StreamYard, because if you don't, I won't be able to see who's commenting. So first of all, give permission to StreamYard so I can see who you are. Also put down where you're watching from this morning. And today we're going to be painting some strawberries. So the reason we're doing this little mini session is because you might have noticed in our Create Your Way to Happiness group, Strawberry Fields is here we are. Strawberry Fields is one of the paintings for May. So that's where I took my inspiration from. So first thing I'm going to do is draw up my strawberries. So I've got my, let's get this in the middle of the page. Move my old phone out the way. And I'll show you what I've got in front of me. I have my color palette, and on there I have white, an orange, a brilliant red, light green, dark green, yellow, and a brown, a dark brown. So first things first, strawberries, we're going to draw it up. So basically what I'm going to do is a stem of the plant, and I'm only ever drawing this in really lightly. You can draw along with me if you like and paint along with me. That would be great. So we're going to have our stem, draw that on in lead pencil. Then I'm going to come down and do like a little sort of star shape. I don't know if you can see that or not, but as we go, you will. Strawberry, the first one, going to bring it around down to a sort of a point down the bottom, come back up, and almost like a love heart, but it's not going to be as even on both sides. So we've got our first strawberry drawn on. Let's make a little stem off that. And we all know when strawberries are growing, they have these nice white flowers with yellow middle. So we're going to draw that flower on next to the first strawberry. So far, I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm just going to bring it up. So far on our page, all we've got is a lead pencil outline of a strawberry and a flower and a stem. Then off the bottom of this stem here, I'm going to have another little bit that comes out and another star-like shape. And I'm going to have my second strawberry coming down behind it. So out into a point and around. As you can see, that was a bit crazy. So I'm going to get my rubber.
I'll bring you one.
Huh?
I'll bring you one.
No, I've got one here. Just going to get my rubber here, and I'm going to rub out that line that I didn't like. Thank you. Now this is the rubber I like to use. It's Milan, it's great for anything that you draw with lead pencil when you're doing art, because it's one of those rubbers that just doesn't smudge at all. So I've got 2 strawberries, we've got a flower, and I want to do probably 1 more strawberry coming off the end here. So a little stem out, a little flower behind, and again that love heart shape with the rounded bottom and just coming up behind the flower. So now we've got 3 strawberries on the page, we've got 1 flower, and the only other thing we need now is probably a leaf or 2. So from the stem, I'm just going to flip out, and then I think the leaves on strawberry plants are kind of circular. So I'm going to go around in a circle with wavy lines, bring it out, and then back to the stem. And I know they have this like line pattern on the leaf. And because I've got one of there on this side, I just want to even it up a bit. So I'll just have maybe a half leaf coming down that side and see a little bit on that side. Rub this bit out because that's going to be lines coming down the leaf as well. Okay, so this is what we're starting with. 3 strawberries, 1 flower, 2 leaves. I've got my paintbrushes here. First thing I'm going to start with is a round brush. I'll probably only use these 2 brushes today. One is a number 4, let me see. It's a number 8 and a number 4. So this will be my liner brush, and this one here is my round fill-in brush. So my paints. Okay. So I want to wet my brush. Oh, thank you.
Cup of tea for the princess.
Thank you. Oh, can you get me one more thing, please? A Chuck's wipe, because I forgot to get one.
A what?
A Chuck's wiper.
Oh, yes,
It's always a good idea to have a Chuck's wipe or some paper towel handy, because when you're doing your brushwork, it takes it off and gets all the rest of the paint off once you've washed it out. So thank you. And this is just what I have for my Chucks. All right, so my paintbrush is dipped into the water. And the first thing I'm going to do is add water to my paint, because I don't want this to be a thick acrylic painting. I want it more like a watercolory painting, but with the thickness that acrylic brings. So first thing I'm going to do is start painting alongside my line. And I'm going to start blocking in the first strawberry. Now, paint along with me if you like. It doesn't matter if you're using watercolors or if you're using acrylics or oils, whatever you've got in front of you, or even textures, doesn't matter. We can do that together. So I'm not filling in the whole lot because I want some sort of the light source to come from somewhere. So if I have my light source coming from the top, I'm going to leave a section in the middle where it's going to be like a lighter color. And to add some difference to it, I'm going to mix my orange paint with some of the red and give it a lighter color down the bottom. So now I'm just getting my water, and I've got that onto my page, and my first strawberry blocking is nearly done. So again, this is just acrylic paints, but I'm using them more like a watercolor. So if I want it darker up here, which I do, I'm just going to add some more red on top. And then to get away the harsh edges of my light section, I just add water only and just start blending the edges there. Okay, so that's the background of my first strawberry. I'm just checking it out, what it looks like on camera. And is it upside down? It is. That's what the first one looks like. Not sure why the camera's flipped, but anyways, we'll keep going because it's probably easier for me to paint the right way up. Okay, next one is I'm going to do the same thing. I've got water on my brush, looking where my strawberry starts. I've got a flower that I've drawn that's going to be in front of the strawberry, and I need to know that my light is going to come down around about there. So I'm not going to paint in that section yet, but I am going to bring the rest of the color down on this side and around my flower. Again, down the bottom, a lighter color, which is the orange mixed with the red. And you can see these are starting to take shape. You can actually tell they're going to be strawberries, even though there's no seeds or leaves or anything on it yet. And then I've got one more, which is over here. Same thing again. I've got a lot of water on my brush. I've got my brilliant red, which is the deeper color here that I'm using. I'm leaving some room for the stem. And bringing in my oranges at the bottom. And that's just a blended mixture of the orange and red. So because I'm coming up close to the strawberry above it, I'm going to make sure this is definitely more orange than red, so you can see that it's not part of the same strawberry. And if you need to adjust the shape, that's fine. Do it as you go. Okay. So I like that so far for my base colors. Just tidying up any edges now. And remember, strawberries, they're all different shapes. So it doesn't matter if you've got them more rounded or more more ovally shaped. Okay. Get all the pinks and reds and oranges off my brush. And I'm still going to use the same brush, but what I'm going to do now is my leaf. So I'm just having my cup of tea. I'm not used to painting this early in the morning. Usually other paintings get done at nighttime. Okay, so we have our leaves coming up this way. So basically all I'm going to do is paint in the background of the leaf. Now, strawberry leaves are a lot darker than this, but I want to get in my light color first because I can put my detail in with the darker green. So this is, look at this just as a block in for your base. Oh. And the good thing about round brushes is you can have them really light to give you a fine section, but as you're going down something that is like a bigger thing, you just press down and the brush expands, which gives you that nice flow on effect without having to do much work at all. You can see that in this stem here and the leaves. So I'm just careful of where I'm painting at the moment because my strawberries are still quite wet, and I don't know if you've used watercolor very much, but if you don't wait for the paint to dry when you're using a lot of water in your paint, as soon as one color hits the other color, it'll start to bleed together, and I don't want that to happen on my strawberries. So I'm just going to try and wave it a bit to dry it quickly. So this is what it's looking like so far. You can see I've only just blocked in the background with the reds, the oranges, and look what I've just done. I had a bit too much water there and waving it around made it come out, so I'll just fix that up in a second. Blocked in the back of the leaves, and I'm about to do this white flower here. So first of all though, I'm going to fix the bottom of this strawberry so it all dries together, and that's just a matter of coming over to my palette, getting some of this watered section that's in the middle here. And remember I said with strawberries, they're all different shapes and sizes, so adding a little bit on the end now just is fine. Doesn't matter what shape it is. Okay, getting all the red back off my brush and coming back to my green. I don't mind if the light green and the dark green actually blend into one another. So I'm going to go straight on top. Now I'm thinking the middle of my leaf is coming around and down onto the stem. So while that's wet, I'm going to add my dark green to the stem, and I'm just going to go over that on one side. Then I'm going to come back to my leaf, and I just want to do the edges, and I want to bring those edges down to the middle so it remains in like a circular shape. And I will do the same on the other side. Every time I get some paint though, I'm going to add some water to it. Oh gosh, my eyes are getting runny. I feel like I'm half asleep still. Okay, so back to the green and just adding a few lines and bringing those leaves around to the stem. Do the same here, but I'm going to go up the middle and around the back because this leaf is side on. And I may just do the edge here on that one. So I want some green coming into my strawberries. Yeah, that's looking all right. I'm happy with that so far. I thought it was going to be kind of hit and miss because I haven't painted strawberries like this before. So I thought, let's just give it a go. They have like little round things, don't they? Excuse me. Okay, so I've got, oh, no, no, I haven't. I was going to say, I've got my greens finished, but I'm still going to do this one here. So you're just doing like kind of weird star shapes up here. And they can go down towards the strawberry or flick back up. They'll need a point on them though. Just add one in there as well. And while I've got the green, I'll just probably do some little swirly things here. I'm just trying to remember back, we used to have, when I was a kid, we used to have strawberries growing in the backyard. And I'm just trying to remember what they look like. I'll just do some leaf looking things in the background here, just with the green that's left on my brush. No definition, just the illusion that there's leaves behind here. Okay, so let me turn it around so you can see where we're up to so far. So, okay. So we've only blocked in the strawberries. We've added some detail to the leaves. We've got the little flower in the middle to go, and we've got the seeds on the strawberry to go. So let's have a look at the flower. Now the flower is just going to be a white color, I think. So I'm not going to water down the paint for the flower because I want that to be darker than the paper here. The paper that I'm using has got like a yellow tinge to it. I don't know if the camera is picking it up or not, but there is a yellowish or a creamy color hue. So I'm just going to paint in the petals of the flower white. And then I'm going to come into the center with my yellows and browns. And you know what? It doesn't even matter. If you paint the center white too, it doesn't matter. I was just thinking back when I was younger, like super young, like, you know, late 70s. And it was sort of the war of bedrooms for girls. And it was either Holly Hobbie or Strawberry Shortcake. And I remember in my room, it was like this pink Holly Hobbie room on the curtains and the bedspread and the wallpaper. Who else had Holly Hobbie or Strawberry Shortcake when they were growing up? Mine was the pink Holly Hobbie. I know they had the blue and some other things. But this painting reminds me of that room for some reason. Okay, so I've got the flower there. Now I'm just going to get my yellow, and I want that a washy color, so add some water to that. You can even add some of the white to it if you want to. And I'm going to paint that in here in the center. Then I'm going to add a bit more yellow and bring that into the petals a little bit, just pushing it with my brush. And then I'm going to get a small dab, and you can just see it here, of the brown. And with my round brush, I'm just going to, well, you can't even see that. Let's try again. It's a bit much, so I'll try and get some of that off. Just going to dab around in a circular motion. Hello.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you. Okay, so then I've got my flower there as well. So once that white's dry, then all I need to do is get a liner brush that looks like, sorry, not a liner brush, a flat brush. I'm just trying to find a space where you can see it. A flat brush, and then I'm just going to do the edges of things. But for now, while it's drying, I'm going to get my number 4 round brush. I keep on going the wrong way with the camera. Okay, so that's my liner brush. And what I'm going to do with that now is I'm just going to put some seeds into my strawberries. So I'm going to get my dark brown, and you can do this with either brown or white. It doesn't matter which way you do it, but I like to do my seeds a bit darker, and then if need be, I'll go over it with a touch of white. Okay, so let's just have a look. I don't want to make them too stand out-ish, because I think on a real strawberry they are quite like patterned, and to be honest, I don't have the patience, so my strawberry seeds are going to just be randomly put on here. Okay, so you can see that that's my first one. I'm going to do the same with, oops, a bit too much water there. If you do the same thing as me and have too much water, you can just get your chucks and press it down on it, and it will take most of that water off, and you can redo it if need be. So that's what I'm going to do now. Just go straight back over it. And basically I'm just leaving a couple of mil between each seed, and I'm going straight over the white section that I left as well. And you're basically just following the pattern, sorry, the shape of the strawberry with the seeds. So that's 2 done. Give you a closer look there. And as you can see, it's only a really light touch, but it still shows you exactly what we're doing here. I hope you're doing this as well with me. If you are, at the end, I'd love to see a photo of yours as well. And don't forget, this is the only one I've put some seeds on the outside. So you can put some seeds coming along the outside too if you want. And it's always easier to turn your paper the way you're painting. That's why I've got this on the side now. Right, now I've got my dark spots on. If I want to add some highlight to that, I'm just going to get my white paint and add some water to it so it's a watery consistency. As you can see, I didn't get all the brown out of my paint, so my white is now a very, very pale brown, but that doesn't matter. And then all I'm going to do here is just by the sides of some of these seeds, add a little dash of white. And this is a step that you can do or not do, doesn't really matter. But I just think it makes the seed stand out a little bit more. Oops. And this is all done with the liner brush because you want a brush that's really thin or fine. Last one. Watch you don't put your fingers or your hand in your other strawberry like I just did. Okay, so this morning I think we are live on Create Your Way to Happiness, which is our membership subscription group. We're also live on our Reader business page and live on YouTube. So hi to everyone who's watching in those three places. Make sure that you add your picture here too so we can all have a look at it. Keen to see. Now I'm just adding some white to the leaves and that'll just come down the middle from the top. And then the last thing I've got to do is just give my flower a bit of definition. I was going to use the liner brush, but I think now that I've got, the flat brush, but now that I've got the liner brush, I'm just going to go along the edges with that. Coming from the middle, I've got a lot of water in my brown. I'm going to bring that up around the sides. And if I want the leaves to fold over, I'll just add that in. Okay, and a little bit darker around here. And I think we're nearly done. Just actually the only thing that I would probably add a little bit more of is some darker green to the leaves. So down near the stem, just get your dark green with your water mixed in. So basically all I do when I'm getting a watery mixture is get some of my green, put it here, get my water, add more water until it's like a water paint actually. And when it's that consistency, that's what I'm looking for. See, I'm even adding more. That's what I'm looking for to just go up here and blend some more darkness into the base of these leaves here. A bit more on the stem. And remember before I said I'm just wiping off the rest of the excess of the green to make it look like there's leaves in the background. Well, now I'm just going to do the same thing here with this. Just draw some little lines in the background, have a bit of greenery. And just use up what I've got on my palette here. Okay, so the last thing, I just want to add a bit more definition to these twirls. And there we have it, our strawberry painting. So, oops, there it is there. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's the first time I painted strawberries like that. And this morning before I hopped on, this is where I planned out what I was going to paint today. So I just roughly drew that in my art journal of what I thought it might look like. And so I'm happy with how it turned out. It's not the same. That's fine. And basically my art journal just has a bunch of different ideas. As I come up with ideas of things that I want to do, I just draw those sort of things in my book here. So that's one thing that you might like to get yourself. If you haven't got one already, grab yourself one of these art journals. You can get them about $5 and they're great for putting your ideas into. All right, so there's the strawberries. Here is the one of the May paintings called Strawberry Fields. And don't forget, if you want to paint along with us, 4 paintings per month, well, you can find those in the group www.createbyreadart.com, and all the information's there for you. Thanks for joining me this morning, and look forward to seeing you actually next Wednesday. And Alan's going to be painting the moon. See you later.